Hello, my friends. I thought I would read this from the Government of Canada. Action plan for contaminated sites. If you've been following along in our story, we've been talking about PFAS, as well as carrying over from our, virus story. These are about to combine. Here are some action plans for contaminated sites. The Federal Contaminated Sites Action Plan was established in 2005 as a 15-year program with funding of $4.54 billion from the Government of Canada. The program was renewed for another 15 years, 2020 to 2034, with a $1.16 billion announced in budget 2019 for the first 5 years. That's phase 4, 2020 through 2024. The objective of FCSAP is to reduce environmental and human health risks from known federal contaminated sites and associated federal financial liabilities while focusing on the highest priority sites. Since its creation in 2005, FCSAP has demonstrated the Government of Canada's long-term commitment to manage federal contaminated sites, and the following results were achieved. Assessment activities were conducted at 10,960 sites. 7,700 site assessments were completed. Remediation activities took place at 2,200 sites across Canada. Remediation, as I say that, was, somebody tell me, and how I just, is it remediation or remediation? Is there an E sound? Remediation was completed at 1,040 sites. Care and maintenance work was undertaken at some sites to maintain necessary systems and prevent an increase in reclamation and closure costs. The Federal Contaminated Sites Inventory, or FCSI for short, currently lists 23,663 sites, including 4,980 active sites, which includes 2,496 priority sites for remediation, 1,838 suspected sites, we suspect them, 16,845 closed sites. They're completed or no action is required. In FCSAP Phase 4, which is 2020 through 2024, custodians will continue to remediate. That's it. The highest priority contaminated sites in reducing the environmental and human health risks and the associated federal financial liabilities. The program eligibility criteria has been expanded to improve program efficiency and to allow more sites to be addressed that may impact Indigenous people living on reserves or in northern communities. The Government of Canada is investing $1.16 billion over 5 years. That's 2020 to 2024 in FCSAP. 1.05 billion. Is that 1.05 billion to remediate 1,316 contaminated sites? 24.3 million to assess 242 sites, and 83.4 million to manage this program. That's a lot of money. A list of the sites that are planned to be assessed and remediated in the NFCSAP Phase 4 is presented below. Note that this list is subject to change. Custodians sometimes experience project delays due to weather conditions and other unforeseen circumstances, which can affect their work plans. Opportunities for contracts associated with contaminated sites are listed on canadabuys.gc.ca, the Government of Canada's Open Procurement Information Service. And so here you can see it's showing 1,351 to 1,358 of 1,358 entries. Here is a list of sites to be funded in FCSAP Phase 4. And as you can see, it's got Transport Canada. Just look through this so you can see this. It's got a number. Where is it? It's at Watson Lake, in a maintenance garage and hangar. I typically think of that as airplanes. It's in the Yukon. And here it's got some other things going on. They plan to close that after 2025. So if I scroll through these, you can see, you know, what the dates are there of the closures. You have a lot of plus signs. And you can see a lot of these, you know, Transport Canada. You know, there's a historic tank farm, a historic military base. So this kind of gives you an idea. Anyway, look how many, you know, pages. We can go back to the first page. It was junking around. Here's agriculture and agri-food Canada. There's a lot of those you can see there. This one's not known at the time. An experimental farm. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Here's another experimental farm. Horticulture. So you can see that just on the first page, that's what we have. And as we go through all the way from 1 to 136 pages, we have, you can see the places and what their goals are. I see a lot of plus signs. I don't see this going away anytime soon. And that's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, that's what that is. So you know Canada has an action plan. And their action plan, you know, is after, at least after the year 2025. That's what I'm gathering. If somebody can read this better than me, please feel free to correct me. It sounds, you know, like a lot of work and money. I'll be back with some more rotten reads. You know, remember to watch the window.